Hello. Hello. What's up? Welcome to next vlog from me. Long time no see, guys. Today I'm gonna talk about the brand GNDRS. It's out there, it's crazy. Yes. Wow, crazy.
Shake your money maker like somebody about to pay you. I see you on my radar, don't you act like you afraid of shh. You know I got it, if you wanna come get it, stand next to this money like hey. Shake your money maker like somebody about to pay you. Don't worry about them haters, keep your nose up in the air. You know I got it, if you wanna come get it, stand next to this money like
Hey everyone. Long time no see. Unfortunately I haven't had the time to upload any YouTube videos the past 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, it's really horrible, but it's been I think a bit off, a little bit more than I could chew. I have full-time work and I'm trying to work with my Instagram and selling backpacks, so to also start a YouTube channel was a little bit too much. But I really loved the idea of having a YouTube channel because I get to know you better, and it feels like I can, be more personal here than on Instagram. So I would like to do this more, but unfortunately I don't have the time right now, but maybe in the future. Anyhow, I still wanted to make a video and talk to you about the backpacks that I created, because I've been working with GNDRS, which is the brand, and the backpacks, creating them for the past year now, more than a year. That's crazy. It's been it has taken so much time to create what I'm launching right now. So that's why I wanted to talk to you about it, because it's really important to me and of who I am and what I stand for. But okay, so I guess I can start showing you the backpacks, and then when I talk about the brand, it will become more real to you. So yeah, I actually got them inside for the camera. That's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna go and get. And I'm actually gonna go and get the first design, and then you can see how it progressed and how it came to the end result. All right. Okay, now I have everything. Okay, so for about 1 year ago, then we started. It was actually me and one of my friends. His name is Robin, and he was supposed to be the IT guy, but he still had some really good ideas. He's a really creative guy, even if he's supposed to just handle all the IT stuff. He had a lot of ideas that I'm really glad that I received from him, and because what he said I always really considered it, and then I developed it to my own ideas. However, we started, I took contact with a manufacturer of backpacks, and they have 20 years experience of creating backpacks, which I felt was really nice, and they showed some things they'd done before and it looked really good. So we started talking what I wanted to do and what kind of backpack I wanted to do. So we had the idea of creating an 80s, 90s backpack, because trends come and go. And also I thought this backpack, which I saw from 80s and 90s, I'm like, this is so cool. I really want to do this, some kind of design based on how these backpacks look. So the first design I actually made looked like this. So you can see it has the holographic material still, and this is a really typical 90s, 80s bag. You can see how it reflects as well. It's called holographic, yeah. But this one has pretty cheap handles for the zippers, and it doesn't have any logo, and the zippers is also not covered, so they're short, which makes it look a little bit too cheap. And as you can see, also these straps are attached in the bottom, and that made it break a little bit, which was not good. And this was not really comfortable to have on your back as well, but it was pretty cool design. that was the first one. And then after some discussions, you know, I changed that. So the zippers, I tried a metal zipper, but apparently this one was a little bit too stiff, so it wasn't really smooth to open and close, which is, you know, essential for a backpack. If it's not easy to work with, then you just throw it away and you don't use it, and we don't want that to happen, right? So I took that away to the next one, and then here you can see our first logo. Oh, this is actually our second logo. Our first one was something like, yeah, you couldn't see what it said, and that was the problem. So I created this. This is 3 lines which says genders, and as you may know now, there are only this lowest line in the end result logo. But as you can see, also the zippers are covered with extra material, which I thought was much nicer. And also the straps are attached to the side instead of to the bottom, which makes it more comfortable to wear and so on. And, yeah, like the pockets are still the same. I think I moved the pocket, and it's the inner pocket. This one I had on the other side at the first sample, but that we changed. Yeah, right. We added some text in here as well, like some kind of purpose or empowering quote or something, to like remind you're an awesome person, which I thought was a nice detail. But then, in the end, the end result looked like this. So here is the final result of the silver one, and here is the final result of the black one. So they are, I think they are so freaking cool. It's, God, it's gonna be so nice to get these out there finally. But if I just show you how they changed from the last one. So this one has plastic zippers instead, because it's so much more convenient, much easier to open and close. Also the logo is changed, so that is the logo right now. Just 1 line, genders. Pretty simple, but still, you know, it doesn't have to be too much. I don't want it to be too much. Like that's the beauty of design, right? The simplicity is often the most beautiful part. And also I'm gonna show you one of the pockets which was actually Robin's idea. So it's an iPhone pocket here, which open and closes with a magnet, which makes it really easy. And there you can put your phone, your wallet or whatever. And I think this one actually might be used quite much, hopefully more in the future. Like now when Bluetooth headphones are getting more common, because iPhones changed with the AUX when they took that away. The Bluetooth headphones are getting more and more popular, and hopefully this will be an easy solution to that. So just put it there and put on your headphones. And then, because during summers especially, I have so much problems with knowing where to put my iPhone or my wallet when I don't have any jacket to put it in. So I need to have it in my my trousers or my pockets, and it looks so ugly. So you can put it here instead, and it's really safe, you know, close to your back, so you don't need to worry if it's getting stolen or anything. So that's pretty nice. And also this is, you know, a pocket where you can put smaller stuff, and then this is the big pocket, which is, you know, has a lot of volume. You can put a lot of things in here, because you can see it's like cubicle, which makes it, you know, which creates maximum volume of the material used. So that's pretty nice. And the size of this backpack is actually optimized for a computer. So if you're having a 13-inch, is it inch? I don't know. Whatever, like a regular MacBook computer, you can put it in the computer pocket here, and it's like, I think it like ends here or something. So this backpack is as small as it can be without not having space for a computer. So that's it. That's the backpack. And also, right, the top handle is on top, so it's easy to handle, to carry. Usually, you know, these top handles are often like just some kind of cotton stripe or whatever in the back of the backpack. This is in the top, so it's easy to carry if you don't want to wear it in your back. So that's pretty nice. So that's the backpacks designed and finished, and they're in stock right now. And you just go in and buy it if you think they're nice. It's pretty funny because I really thought the black one would be the most popular. And it actually is. It is the most popular, but not as much as I thought it was. So actually it's pretty even, but the black one is a little bit more popular. I guess that's a sign that this, because I thought this one, when I created it for one year ago, I thought like this is a crazy design, maybe too crazy. Like, are Swedes really that brave and that confident to buy this kind of fashion? And apparently it seems like I underestimated Swedes. You are pretty crazy. Still, I'm wearing the black one the most. So, however, that's the products. Let's talk about the brand. I get the question a lot actually, like, what the hell, what does this stand for? Genders, what do you want to say with? And I also heard comments about that. Is that really something you care about? Is that something you really think people care about? If you ask 10 people on the street right now, do you think they would know what you're talking about? And it makes me sad in one way that they say that, because then they don't really believe in the idea. At the same time, if you see from a different perspective, you can see that okay, people's minds around this is not. This is not an obvious issue apparently. Like, this is something that we need to talk about more. It was my later conclusion, like, okay, I want to talk about this more because people apparently don't have the eyes to see it right now, and you need to make it clear to them. Even if I know like a lot of people that I talk this with, have agreed with me. So I'm not saying that everybody don't see the issue in this, but there are still some people that are disagreeing, and of course they can have their opinion, but my conclusion was this is important to talk about. Okay, let me explain what the brand is. So it's called Genders, but I've taken away the vowels. So it's actually genders with two e's in it. I took away the vowels because then it would look cooler, I thought, and also had the pretty practical stuff as well, like name on Instagram and URL, high results on Google and so on. I know that sounds very superficial to say that, but it's important to get the message out there. Anyhow, the brand Genders. You know what gender is, right? Gender is the social behavior of the sex, and the sex is the biological, like, what you were born as. So the sex is male and female. You were born as a male or you were born as a female. Like, that will always be binary. And like, you were either born with a penis or with a vagina. Like, that's yes, I understand that is very binary, okay? Yes, but that is the sex, that's what you're born with. Then we have the gender, and gender is the social behavior of each sex. And it's called masculinity for a man and femininity for a woman. And this is where the issue is, because right now, or historically, it's getting a lot better, but right now we're seeing like how we're attaching masculinity to this sex male, and femininity directly to the female, the woman. And why that is a problem is because then we set expectations on how people should behave because of what they were born as. And if you do that, then we don't really appreciate, various people behavior. And I think looking at it binary is pretty depressing, because and it also comes in, these stereotypical ideas about how a man should be and how a woman should be. And if we say who were born as a man, they should look up to people that are stereotypical men, like had a lot of muscles, maybe are angry, never cries, never show emotions, need to be super successful and have a lot of money in order to be appreciated by society. And then we have the women who like are very judged on how they look. That's where their value is, and how they can't do as practical stuff as guys can. And this idea drives me mad, because there's no such thing as two different people in this world. Like, there are as many types of people as there are people in the world. Like, to divide it up in two different types of people, that is crazy. And also if you are, for example, if I'm born as a man, and I thought that I should aspire to be this stereotypical man, because I understood in later years that I might not be that guy. I might be much more feminine than other guys. And you know, that's fine. It's not like I'm a worse person. It's like, it's just me accepting who I am and what I want to do. And it doesn't mean like you have some other sexual orientation just because you're a little bit more feminine than, you know, the stereotypical man. And as well, you know, if we go back to women, you know, people are saying like, okay, so we don't see as many women in the engineering business as men. Well, you know, they never enjoyed math. That's why. And I'm like, oh, God. If we set expectations for women to not be good at math, then we will tell them that, and then they will, you know, eventually they will not believe in themselves either. Then they will think like, okay, I'm a woman, I shouldn't be doing math. Of course, that's changing, and I love the idea of, you know, organizations like trying to engage women in engineering and so on. You know, there are a lot of initiatives working with this different stuff. But to actually think that there are less women in the engineering business because of some biological factor in how they were created by evolution, that's, I'm sorry, but that idea, that just doesn't make sense. Not to me, at least. There was a very, very long description of the brand genders, but I think there really lies an issue in that we set expectations of what each sex should behave like. That is genders, the social behavior of each sex. And right now we're binary, like femininity, masculinity. And I'm still talking about these two when communicating genders because it's easy for people to understand. But my vision is to have, instead of two typical behaviors, it's more of a spectrum. So because that spectrum is much wider, and you can pick I am somewhere here, like I'm maybe 70% feminine and 30% masculine in, you know, the traits that are common between these two behaviors. It doesn't mean I am gay, it doesn't mean I'm a transgender person, it just means that I am who I really am, like I'm true to myself, like who am I? And I think that accepting that will make people more happy. If I can do that, that's a very ambitious goal for a business, but if I can do that somehow, and by doing what I love, creating clothes, and that would be, you know, super, super huge. And the vision is also to create this unisex brand, so when people wear the brand, when people wear the clothes, and for starters, this backpack, when you wear it, you will feel like I'm not expected to be in a certain way, because if you put on girls' clothes, maybe you will expect it to be a girl, and if you put on boys' clothes, then you would expect to be like a boy. And unisex clothing, that kind of takes that away, and it creates the idea for you, because it's only in your head, right? Of course it's, you know, society's expectations and so on, but to start with you, like in your head, the idea of that you can be exactly who you want to be, like exactly, behave exactly as you want, exactly as you are. By that, I created genders. and it's called genders with an S to emphasize the plural. And you can see the S is in red here. It's to make it even more powerful that it's S, and it's not like you don't need to be feminine or masculine. You can be like on a spectrum. You can be wherever you want to be, and it doesn't define you as anything worse, anything better. It's just accepting that you can be exactly as you want to be. Very long explanation, but it's very important to me. And right now, you know, we're launching next week. It would just been a pre-launch, you know, during March. I think I have 50 influencers right now who will communicate the brand, and it makes me so happy, so happy. There are people out there agreeing to what I'm saying and agreeing to the idea that this needs to be spread, and this is so important. And I have influencers now that are with me on this journey. It makes me so happy, and I think we will reach almost 1 million people. How crazy is that? And you know, it's of course mostly focused on Sweden, but still that's crazy. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy to get this out now, and I'm also so happy that I had the time to explain, you know, the brand and the development of the bags in this YouTube video. I'm so happy that you also watched it and cares about, you know, what I'm doing, that you care about it. And you know, please, if you have any questions regarding the bags, any practical things like delivery and so on, please, you know, send me a DM or comment here. I will answer it as fast as I can. And if you have any questions around the brand, or if you maybe disagree with me, like please send me a text or something, or if you agree with me, I would like you to tell me as well, because we need as much energy around this as possible. Yeah, thank you very much. You are the best. I love you guys. Okay, take care. Bye.
You know I got it. If you wanna come get it, stand next to this money like, hey.